By the time you read this, I'll be dead. Or dying. At least in the hospital. Or maybe just napping. I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of playing it by ear. Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely gonna kill myself. This crippling depression, along with the realization my life will never go beyond the level of mediocre, has solidified my decision to leave this earth ASAP. But it seems like every time I try to end it, something comes up. I totally meant to do it this past week, but I got caught up in the NHL tournament. As soon as that ended, I was ready to end this charade I call life. But suddenly Saw 2 came on the Sci-Fi Channel. Saw 2 is my favorite in the series. This is the one where Jigsaw holds a game for 8 people in the house filled with deadly gas. Plus, while that's going on, he's talking to this corrupt detective guy, played by Donnie Wahlberg, about the appreciation of life. Some people like Saw 3 better, but that one's a little too slow for me. There's rumors of a Saw Part 8 coming out. There's not much info on it right now, but there's rumors that they're casting PJ Byrne for a role. What are you kidding me? PJ Byrne? Come on. But anyway, I really got into that, and by the time the movie ended, it was pretty late, so I just decided to do the deed in the morning. So when I woke up the next morning, I was like, okay Danny, it's go time. And I went downstairs to get a knife. When I got to the kitchen, I realized I was pretty hungry, so I decided to grab a bite to eat. Because hey, even guys on death row get their last meal, right? I remembered I got a $20 gift certificate for IHOP. I won it by calling into Live 105 and answering the lunchtime drive-in trivia question. What band recorded the song The Flutes of Chi? It was Ween. So I went to IHOP and I pigged out. I figured, why not? No need to stick to South Beach at this point, right? It was so good. Me, plus buttermilk pancakes, plus shortbread cookies, plus milk, equals happy. But as soon as I was done, I rushed home to end my life. So I got back to the kitchen where, wouldn't you know it, there wasn't a clean knife in the damn place. They were all in the dishwasher, which had just finished its cycle and was waiting to be emptied. My roommates and I have a little rule in the house. The first one to use a clean dish out of the dishwasher has to be the one to empty it. And I always end up getting stuck doing it. Nate and Rob would just let it sit there forever if they had it their way. And I have a sneaking suspicion that they use a clean dish and then lock it back up and wait for the sucker, me, to empty it. Well, I refuse to have my last act on Earth be emptying a dishwasher. So I decided to find another way to abandon my mortal vessel. Then I remembered, famous people like to kill themselves by taking a whole bunch of pills. So I figured that might be kind of a cool way to go. So I started scrounging around the house with some drugs. Unfortunately, all I could find were 5 Advil liquid gels, 4 Aleve, and a handful of cough drops. Not exactly what you call the lethal combo, but I decided to give it a shot anyway and I swallowed the whole gang. As you probably guessed, the dose didn't kill me, but it did make me shit like a madman. I was on the toilet for so long that by the time I got off, I was too tired to even think about committing suicide. So I decided to finish myself off in the morning. The next day I planned to kill myself by parking Rob's truck in the garage and leaving the engine running. The way a young John Cusack tried to do in the cult 80s movie Better Off Dead, which still holds up even though it's a pre-dated movie. You should check it out. So I took a deep breath and anticipated the next voice I heard would be St. Peter welcoming me to paradise. Instead, it was our neighbor Alan, with whom we share the garage. He's doing some work on his yard and he needed to borrow some tools. I told him that was fine and we both went back about our business. Unfortunately, Alan took so long getting the tools that all the carbon monoxide escaped the garage. So after 6 hours, not only was I not dead, but I also had a splitting headache. So I went to bed with my head pounding and no relief in sight, since I'd taken all the Advil liquid gels. When it rains, it pours. So here I am now, ready to leap off this bridge, ready to plummet into the sweet abyss that is eternity. But you know, now that I really look at it, This may not be that high enough of a fall to kill me. Oh, grim specter of death, when will you finally harvest this wayward soul? It's a little cold up here. It's getting kind of late. Feeling like Japanese. I think I'll head on over to the Kobisaki, get me some shrimp tempura, then mosey on home and catch some Adult Swim. Maybe I'll try again in the morning.